Hey Tyler, this is Larry. So just going to try to put together a brief sort of summary or explanation about how this thing works or how I perceive it to work, and hopefully it's reasonably clear for you. So we've got a 13-gallon boiler here. We can put a 4,500 watt element in this thing, and if we put a variable controller on it that's 100% variable, we can install some input, install some heat. And as long as we keep the purity levels up at the top of the apparatus where the botanicals are, I think we could keep the botanicals, safe from being exposed to too much heat. And we need to do that by ensuring that this column, this apparatus, continues to purify as it cycles, so that the vapor temps at the top of the column and the liquid temps in the reservoir are maintained. So that way we will be exposing the botanicals to nothing more than added vapor speed rather than the heat that will ultimately be contained within the boiler. So in any case, bring the thing to temperature. Here's the external drain setup, and there's a trap here, and this trap is to prevent bypass, so that the vapor that's coming up from here won't automatically want to take this route and go up and bypass the plate at the top. So in any case, when we're bringing the thing to temp and getting the thing to equalize, we will initially shut this valve down so that this plate level can load. And once this plate level loads itself, the vapor will continue to rise as the devices run. It'll continue to rise, and there's another plate section right here. Now this plate section does not have an internal drain. The lower one has an internal drain so that we don't flood this system, and the second plate only has a bubble cap on it, or a set of bubble caps. There's 3 bubble caps in here, no internal drain, and then so the liquid level will build up, and as the liquid level builds to this elevation right here, it'll ultimately be moved over to here and drain back downward and recycle. And you can view that process through this viewing port right here. And as the liquid level drains back down to be redistilled, or cycled, if you will, recycled, you'll be able to view that liquid level entering into this chamber through this sight port here. I put a different setup on here, by the way, because this is just it's a tri-clamp. It's a cheaper solution. The sight port that we have here is a much more it's a pretty cool feature, and it's a little bit more expensive solution, but I just, for whatever reason, put this one on here, and if I were gonna make this my full-time rig, I'd probably have the other 2-inch sight glass kit rather than this tri-clamp, but that's another matter. But in any case, so here's this sight port that will allow you to view this liquid returning back to the lower plate level. So as I stand back, you can see that here's the circuit right here. So we apply heat to the system, and this plate level right here, the liquid level will rise, and then the vapor will rise up through the botanical chamber, and then of course the condenser will knock everything down. So the thing is that we can shut this drain system down and completely allow this chamber to fill with alcohol to soak into the botanicals if that's what you need. I'm not sure, hopefully with some feedback you can let me know. And as far as this botanical cartridge is concerned, this thing can be we can put segments in here that have sight ports so that you could see where the liquid level is before you open the system back up and let it recycle down. I think you had mentioned that you sort of recycle like three times before you start to collect. So the size of this thing is really irrelevant. We can put any size on this thing we want to. Now the only thing that concerns me about this particular configuration is that if we let that liquid level build too high, that will create so much back pressure that there might be some puking into this into the deflegmator. And the thing is that if we put sight ports on this thing, we'll be able to tell where the liquid level is, and we'll be able to view sort of the behavior. I'll show you these. These are the bubble tees that we typically would use, and we can put a sight port on it just like these, only these are the 3 in it, so we could put the big sight ports on it, and those bubble tees would be installed in here, and we could probably stack 2 or 3 of them up, and you'd be able to view inside that thing. Or you could pretty much swap this whole arrangement out completely and go with a much wider, like I said, we have 8-inch material coming, but something can also be modified in the form of a stock pot or what have you. But we do have 8-inch and 6-inch tees like this, but 8 and 6. This is 4, and we have the 8 and 6. The 6 is coming, so I think we can create a solution. And so, like I said, as long as the purity level remains very, very pure here at the top, the temperature will never exceed, the vapor temperature, will never exceed, 177, 178, probably no more than 180. Now, as you get towards the end of the run and you start to collect product off, you're going to be losing your alcohol, and of course that's going to, once the alcohol starts to get depleted from the system, that's going to force temperatures up. So the thing is that this particular sort of configuration may need another plate level in here, maybe another 2 or 3 plates in this system, so that whatever alcohol does rise up out of the boiler, we can ensure that the purity level at the top of the apparatus stays the same. So we also have we could put a torpedo top on here with a port on it, so that we could put temperature probes in here. We can put temperature probes almost any place on this apparatus, so that you can basically run the system to ensure that whatever heat you apply, you're going to still be able to manage the temps up here where the botanicals are located. So that's sort of my feeling. So this is just a mock-up. It's the first shot at doing something that's a little more bulk oriented, which I know you said you're getting busy, and you're you're having a hard time keeping up, I guess, with the equipment that you have, and you need to get some more of your distilling devices up and running so that you can keep up with your demand, which that's cool. That's awesome. Congratulations, by the way. But so anyway, this is just a first run, and of course with your feedback, I think we can make some modifications and put together a system that will produce pretty quickly for you. Like I said, with a few modifications on what you're looking at here, on an apparatus that would be more consistent with what I would do, I can produce 95% alcohol at 4 liters an hour. So I think at 4 liters an hour, if you could pull product at 4 liters an hour and keep your purity levels up to make sure that you're not damaging your botanicals or damaging the constituents within your botanicals that you're trying to extract, I think you could go, increase your production levels. The question is just, as I come to understand what you need, more specifically, certainly we can tailor this thing to do, what we need it to do. But anyway, that's sort of the oversight or the overview of this piece right here, and I'm going to welcome your feedback when you're through evaluating. So anyway, that's it for now. Thanks. Bye.